Have any of y'all ever heard of Groizer X? If you haven't, you're about to. Let's go do it. What is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where I unbox, give you my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like to see what I see, hit that like, subscribe, get notified when I have new videos. And if you're already doing that, thank you so very much. Well, I have in front of us is an amazing robot that I discovered on an anime that I just discovered, and I cannot wait to share it with y'all. But first, I have to give a huge thanks to Kix Generation Toys. I'll put a link to their website. That's where I got this baby, and you know, Suwaiho. I keep butchering his name. Amazing dude. I met him through some of the through some of the groups on Facebook, and just got to looking at his website, and he has an online store where he sells all sorts of really cool stuff, including Groizer X. And so thank you so much, Kix Generation Toys. Please shop at them. I am in no way sponsored by them, but I will pimp out their site no matter what, because they have excellent customer service and you get free candy when you order something, so that's a bonus. So this is Groizer X. If you don't know who he is, it was an anime that started on July 1st, 1976. It was only 36 episodes long. It was really created by the original creators as a side project for Mazinger, and became its own anime, but it didn't really take off in Japan. It did take off in Brazil, but really the basis of it is, again, like most anime, aliens hiding, coming to destroy Earth, and then some scientist creates this thing and they steal it, and now it's in the hands of humans where they'll help battle and save Earth. And those humans are Joe and then the alien Rita. And so, but we have this super robot that is an air fortress that transforms into that robot. Not transforms, can't say transform, that's trademarked, right? But that changes into Groizer X. If you want to watch it, the episodes are on YouTube, and I would encourage you to do it. The anime has come a long way since then, but it is a really decent anime. So in my own self-discovery of things that I missed as a kid, that's why I kind of chose this. I really first chose this because it looks really cool, and what I love about these bots and things like that, these were precursor to our Transformers and things like that. So so these were the ones that went before and helped create some really cool robots that we enjoy today. So we're going to take a look at this by Action Toys. I did a review of Action Toys Voltron, and you can catch that link, but we're going to do this one. So here's the box. We'll just take a look at it really quick. It's a kind of a hefty box, but there's the front, beautiful artwork of Groizer X there, and then this the Action, the Rising series. So the side, you can see him in his pose right there. The back just shows you everything you get. I can't read any of it, but there he is in plane mode. Here he is in super robot mode. Has these little mini vehicles too as well. You also get the missile, the bomb there, or the torpedo. So some really cool stuff here, and I'm just excited to be able to take a look at this and be able to open it for you all. So hopefully I'm the first in the US to review this for y'all. And there it is in that plane mode there. So if you're thinking about getting this, then let's take a look at it, and let's open it and get it out of the box and see what we have inside. So let's do that now. Here he is out of the box onto my table, Groizer X in his super robot mode, and he is hefty. I mean, he is friggin' hefty, which is really nice. So you know he's built solid. So let me show you a few things that you do get. You do get the instruction booklet on how to transform him. Hope I can follow along. Typically these are in Japanese. You also get this right here, which is the stand and the 3 mini bots right there, the 3 little mini planes and vehicles, and then of course the torpedo right there. And I love this. This stand here has that X, looks really, really cool. But the main event is what we're here to look at, and that's this baby right here. So Groizer X, and he just looks intimidating and freaking phenomenal. Again, this is the first time I've seen him. I haven't played with him, so I know I may miss some stuff, but I just want to give you my fresh reaction out of the box, so that way you can kind of go, wow, that's cool, I really want it. And it's just like being a kid in a candy store. I'm telling you what, man, this is so neat. And so let's take a look at some of the things. Well, first of all, let's take a look at how big he is. He is approximately 10 inches at the top of his little antennae right there, almost 10 inches. From a centimeter standpoint, what you're looking at is about 25 centimeters high, all that. So he is a nice sized little robot here. So let's bring him in for a closer look, and we're gonna just kind of go handheld a little bit and take a look at him here. So excuse the handheldness. But yeah, let's take a look here. This is beautiful. Look at that face right there. Just an awesome bot. What would make that so cool is if that was like clear eyes that can kind of glow, and then maybe had the silhouette of Joe and Rita in there. But then you've got just the details in the shoulders there. Then you come on down, the blue paint looks really good. You got 2 different shades of blue, a dark blue and just a regular like kind of royal blue. So you can kind of see that in the chest. But look right there, I mean, just beautiful. Now in the anime, he is a little bit more rounded, so this one's just a bit more squared off. But when you get down to the feet, very nice, but just looks so good. I mean, this is one that you can just eat on up. But then let's just do a side profile here and just kind of take a look. But yeah, just loving the feel and the look. It's got die cast in it. It's got some plastic in it too as well. It's got plastic and die cast. Some it does have plastic, but there is gosh, I should be wearing gloves as doing this, because I just feel this is a premium toy. What I love, this is the only screws that you're going to see right here, pretty much the screws. But there's the back right there where you got the torpedo fits right in there. So I don't know if you can kind of see right there. Sorry, my camera, I just get so caught up at looking at the toy, I gotta look at the camera here. But just overall, I love that they paid as much attention to the back as they do the front of these guys, because it just really shows the care and attention. So Action Toys has done some really great stuff. I love their Voltron, even though it's a small in stature, it's one of my favorite Voltrons. And so the tough part about this one is, am I going to keep it in super robot mode, or am I going to keep him in his aircraft mode? Because a lot of times in the anime, he's mostly in his aircraft mode, and then it's that whole thing. They have the dog fights. He shoots down the enemy, then the enemy's plane turns into a robot. So then he gets down there, turns into a robot, and beats up the enemy. But yeah, that is just amazing looking there. And I'm gonna have to bring in some other robots to compare the size of this guy. So I wish I had some facts on how big this dude is. Let me see if I can look that up really quick. But if you all, while you're waiting for me to look this up, what is your favorite old school Japanese robot anime that is not Voltron or that is not Transformers? I'd love to hear from you all, kind of just a little bit about that. So in his real life form, Groizer X is, let me just share with you, he is from a height and a width and a length standpoint, all that good stuff. He is 100 meters tall and weighs 1,200 tons. And so he is huge. That's all we got to say about that. But let's take a look at some of the articulation that you get. So these you got to be a little bit careful with, because they are hard plastic and they could probably break off very easy. But the head is on a ball. Looks like you can do a 360 with that if you want to. That is a very light plastic on that head. Can it go up and down? Yeah, you can look up or down too as well, side to side. So you got some really good movement there. The arms, let's just look at this side here. You can go up to here. You have twist. Oh gosh, ratchets. Yes. Yes, with the ratchets. That's very cool. That's about as far as that ratchet will go. Then you got the ratchet the other way here. Nice. You have a twist at no, you don't have a twist there. You do have a twist right here. Then you do have a 90-degree bend. And then the cool thing, the fists you can turn as well. And the fingers are all on their own fingering joint here. So it's only a one joint right there. You can kind of see there's no like, it's just basically one. So, but the thumb moves, the fingers move, all that good stuff there. So really, really cool. Let's take a look at the waist. The waist, you do have twist and it's ratcheted too. You don't have an ab crunch, so you can't really ab crunch this guy. So let's move these hands up. Let's take a look at the legs. Let's see if we can, oh man, those legs are, you do have more than a 90-degree bend at the knee. You can, looks like you can move out. Okay, it pops up to move out. Very cool. And you can get that almost Jean-Clauding it. And then it's just on a very nice ratchet. And the skirt moves out of the way so you can get it kicked up really good. And yeah, that knee feels really good. It does hold, so let's bend that down. I mean, that need to bend down is just a booger bear. And then you get to the back a little bit. I don't know if that skirt moves out of the way in the back. Let's see here. Nope, it doesn't. So you can only really get it that far back there. You do have a thigh rotation on that. So, and then let's take a look at the ankles. You do have ankle tiltage. So yeah, so there we go. There you can go. You can kind of see that, but that is articulation in a nutshell for this dude. And yeah, I mean, just so cool. There we go. There we go. Boom. Just looks so good. I don't know about y'all, but I am excited about this bot. It is just so freaking awesome and so well built. My only complaint, I mean, all the paint looks really good and everything like that, but my only complaint is this head is very light, and I know that this right here could probably break off very easily. So you want to make sure you're very careful with that. But ratchets, oh, and the wrists, they do have up and down movement there. That's cool. Geez, see, you kind of learn new things as you continue to go around with this baby. What does this do? Oh, that's where that missile fits right there. Very cool. Do these little turrets do move? That's cool. That comes down. You can see his backside. Doesn't have a bakery. There's a little button there. I don't know what that button's for. That's cool. But yeah, this is freaking awesome. This is freaking awesome. Suwei Ho. Damn, this is great. I think you did this is one of those that should be flying off the shelves. This should be sold out. It's just so cool. So let me grab some other bots to compare him to, so that way you can kind of see from a size standpoint what he is compared to. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's do that. Okay, we are back, folks. Here he is compared to none other than Voltron, Legendary Defender. Let's see if I can kind of scoot it down so you can kind of see them from their head to their toes, all that good stuff. So, but there he is, and compared to Voltron, so this is the 3-0 Voltron. This is not the Action Toys one. My Action Toys one is posed, and I don't want to kind of take him down, but this is how he looks compared to 3-0. So I think he scaled pretty well there. So let me move 3-0 Voltron out of the way. And let's bring in another big robot. And so we'll move this to the side this way now. And then we'll bring in one of my new favorites too as well, from watching King of the Braves, Gao Gai Gar. There he is, comparatively to Groizer X. So you can kind of see they're about similar in size, but oh my Gao Gai Gar is like not standing right. So there you go, stand right. Dividing driver. There we go. There we go. Stand. There we go. But yeah, there is Gal Gaigar. I can't get them all into frame. Let's kind of move back a little bit. There they are, kind of in frame. Very, very nice. So I'm going to get Gal Gaigar out of the way. You can come back over this way, dude. Just come back. There we go. And then let's bring in a Masterpiece scaled Autobot, Optimus Prime. You can kind of see that there. Beautiful. And then last but not least, let's bring in Studio Series MP44 Prime. And that is how he will scale comparatively. Prime would probably come to about maybe here, I would say, on this guy. So this guy's pretty big. But that is how he scales. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in some poses, take some awesome pictures, and then we are going to get him into his alt mode, which is his super aircraft mode. Okay, before I get him into plane mode, I want to show you just a cool little things. You know those 3 little jets and vehicles I showed you? They store on his body, and let me show you where. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the drill. When you open up this here, it pegs in right there. Now that's the hardest thing to get pegged in, but that drill pegs right in there, so that way you can kind of keep it in there. That's where he stores, but that is so cool. And then you just close it back up. Make sure you close that side first before you close this side. Then we'll go to this arm, and this has one of the jets, and this was really hard because there's like one peg to put them in, and it just, if you got hot dog fingers like me, that's going to be very hard to do. But that's where that goes. And so then you just close the arm up, and then in here in the chest area, this is where the torpedo is, and you have a button that you push that will cause that torpedo to release, which is cool. And then in the back, if we wonder where that other plane is, it is right here. So that is where that other plane just kind of pegs right in, just boom. That is kind of where he goes. And so that is cool. You can store everything right on Groizer here. Groizer X. So let's get him into his super plane aircraft form. Holy freaking God, this thing is freaking cool. The transformation, very simple. Easy to follow instructions. I mean, these instructions, they, let me show them to you here. If I can, let me back my camera up a little bit. I just need a bigger space, but very easy. Love the artwork. Can't read any of it, but they did a really good job with the pictures telling you what to do. A lot better job than a lot of third-party companies. But just so nice and easy to put together. Kind of tells you everything you can do, and here he is. Very nice, very easy. The hardest part were the wings here, but everything else was good. So I'm going to go handheld a little bit. So forgive my shakiness, but that is how Groizer X looks in his aircraft mode. It is just so freaking cool. Let's kind of turn him to a what do you call it? Whatever kind of side profile. But that is it. Just so neat. Very nice, and how everything just kind of folds up. Like I said, the wings, they were the toughest part for me, but everything else just turned out really good. What's so cool is, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to set this down for a sec so I can turn him on his underbelly. There's the landing gears right there. Very nice. They kind of tilt and they roll, so you can roll him. At first I thought my guy was crooked, but it actually was me just was not doing a good job at transformation. But it's just built solid, really nice. And what's so cool is from this mode you can kind of get all the vehicles and stuff going. So you can still tell he's a robot that's just a ship, but it's just so cool. And so here we got that ship right there that we can kind of get to take off. And so I'm going to put him back. Well, actually, I'll show it to you really close up. I wish I knew the theme song. I wish I could sing it. And then these cannons right here, they move up and down. That's just too cool. Those turrets. And then the other ships, again, are underneath here. And you can just open the wings up. And let me put the camera down for a second. Let me open it up so I can show you. Maybe. All right. There. So yeah, you can just open that up and just kind of like bombs away and have them come down and stuff. So I'm going to shut that back up. And then you also have the torpedo right here, and you push and it launches. And now I lost it. So let me go back and find it, and I'll be right back. All right, I found it. It rolled all the way under my couch on the other side of the room. So that was crazy, but did find it, got it back into my Groizer X so he can have his one torpedo that he needs. And so from a length standpoint, I mean, you're looking again 10 inches pretty much. Doesn't change much here from the size. And then from a height, you got to the tip of the wings that you're looking at about 4.5 inches. And then centimeter wise, you're looking at about 11 centimeters and about 25 for the tip of the wings. So that is just a little about him. I wish I can kind of just, well, you know what I can do? I can lift the camera. Why not, right? So I've been doing that anyway. Prepare for more motion sickness, folks, because you're getting ready to go on a ride on Groizer X, actually on Jimmy G, looking at Groizer X. And so let me fix some things here with the wings a little bit. Get everything tabbed in just good. And then let's bring you for that ride. But there he is. Just, let's go from the top and the front there. Just so cool. So cool. I am loving this thing. And then I'm going to get him on his stand so that way y'all can see it too on the stand. But the colors, everything, this screams 70s anime. Now again, in the anime, it's a lot more rounded, not as squared off. But overall, I mean, so cool. So let me get it on its stand, and then we'll look at it from there, and then we'll give you my final thoughts. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is in his flight mode on his stand, and this, I am debating whether I put him in robot mode or I keep him in this flight mode, because this just looks so freaking cool. It's got a very World War II-ish vibe to it, but with the sci-fi and all that cool stuff. This is just too cool. So they're on the stand, so we'll kind of show you the front there. Very nice wingspan here. Let's see if I can bring them back. That's one thing I didn't measure for y'all is the wingspan. That wingspan is more than 12 inches. It looks like it's going to be about 13 to 14 inches there, but I just think it's just very impressive. Just really nice. Love this bot. Why have I not known about you earlier, Groizer X? Why? Because you would have been one of my favorites up there with Voltron. But there's the back for some of y'all that hadn't seen the back shots yet. Those go in, so when these are his feet, so they're there. But I like how they did that, where it just springs out when it's in its aircraft mode. But there we go. Boom. Just friggin' gorgeous. So let's do this. Let's get back together for my final thoughts on Groizer X. Let's do it. So here we are back together with my final thoughts on Groizer X. And did I keep him in bot mode, or did I keep him in his alt mode, in his aircraft mode? I decided to keep him in his aircraft mode because he looks so cool. That just looks so cool. I am loving this thing. I always loved jets and planes as a kid, and I loved sci-fi jets and planes, and this right here just screams sci-fi. I love that it does nothing to hide that it is a robot, but that it just, like, it's a robot with capabilities of turning into a jet, not a robot in disguise. This thing goes, you know what? We are big and mean and awesome. So pros on this thing, it is heavily built, easy to transform or to change it into its alt form. It's got die cast all through it. It's got the nice little missile gimmick, so that way if you want to shoot it into your mouth and choke on it, you can. And the colors look really, really good. It's a nice representation. The cons, it's not quite anime accurate. The anime version is a little bit more rounded, and then the other thing is the head with these little antennas. These antennas, I mean, I have a feeling that if you don't watch out, you can break those things. But yeah, you can see they will come broken. But the cons are that. So that's all I got to say. On a scale of good, bad, awesome, this thing is freaking awesome. This is one of my favorite items of the year so far. The Voltron by Action Toys and Groizer X so far are kind of in my top 2 for 2025. And I know we're very, very early into it, but these two are starting to take the cake because they are freaking awesome. And so that's what I love about these, that you can get this at online at different retailers. He retails for about $200 to $220, just depending on where you got it. I got it from Kicks Generation Toys. That's where you can go get it. I'll put a link down below. You can put in the notes that I sent you, but that may not do anything. But at least you'll get some free candy to boot if you do order it. But he does take PayPal, does do Affirm, does do credit cards, all that kind of stuff, and he gets it out to you very, very quickly. Like when I ordered this, it was pretty much shipped out that day. And so thank you, Suwei Ho. This thing is freaking amazing. I will be ordering more stuff from you, and I may have to order another one so I can just put that one in robot mode and keep this in its jet mode, because this is too cool. Unless you want to send me one, that's okay. I'll do that too as well. But anyway, this thing, this is one of my favorites. This is so, I just have nothing else to say about it, but dang, this thing is good. So if you're not watching Groizer X, you can catch it on YouTube. Just look it up. It is in subtitled. Some of the episodes don't have the subtitles, but you can kind of get the grasp on what it's going. It's that old school 70s Japanese animation with big robots, and it just reminds me as a kid, just use my imagination, and this thing is just, now I want the vintage toy. Oh, I got a little bit of a scratch right there. I didn't mean to do that. I'll buff it out. But yeah, the legs are die cast on this thing. The body is die cast. The only plastic is some of the arms and stuff, but man, it's too cool. Yeah, get out there and get it. So if you like this video, maybe consider becoming a member or just giving a super thanks, but thank you for becoming a subscriber as well. But in the meantime, tune in when we do talk about something else, good, bad, or awesome. But I leave you with this. Y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome as I go play with my Groizer X. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.